Are you pleased with this new report? Is it a step in the right direction?
Well, it's a step in the right direction, but for me, it's very risky. It heads out in certain directions that are as yet untested at scale. And I think you just mentioned the storing of carbon dioxide. I think it's starting in Teesside. This has never been done in the scale that is being proposed, and this is not a new thing. We've been trying to do this because what a great idea if we could capture the carbon when we burn stuff and then just put it back where it came out from. But after decades of work, it's still proving very, very challenging because carbon dioxide is quite a small proportion of the atmosphere, even though it has a huge effect, and catching it and turning it into something that you can then put it underground is really difficult. And then the other part of that was, increasing wind turbines by a factor of 5, which we can do, but these micro nuclear power plants, which nobody really knows about them. They said that once we produced a few, they will only be 2 billion a pop. I don't know what a few means. Is that 10, 20? It's just all a bit risky for me. I'd rather go with what we know and sort of reduce how much energy we're using and increase the amount of renewable energy we produce to feed that smaller demand.
John, you sound a little bit negative, I'd say, overall about this plan. A lot of people have talked about how expensive it might be for the average Brit. The talk of, encouraging households to change their heat pumps, even making it obligatory in some cases, banning petrol and diesel cars. Do you ever worry that sometimes the net zero dogma can become a little bit authoritarian? Do you worry about that ever?
Well, if there wasn't a global emergency, then, freedom is something that I hold dear. But what we've got here is every pound we spend now is going to save £5 or £6 in the future. I know for a fact that investing in people's homes will save them money, it's an investment rather than a cost. And, 2 weeks ago, we were delivered globally from the United Nations that report saying that how close we are in this emergency. So although it is an expensive investment, and nobody's denying that, it was money well spent because we will save over time. This cost of living crisis would be a lot less challenging if we were living in houses that only cost a tenth of what they currently do to heat. And that's the sort of research that I've been delivering houses for the same price for nearly 20 years. So, this narrative of increased cost is true, but there's an enormous saving potential.